Good afternoon and welcome to Cardiff City TV. We are here in Leckwith this afternoon covering the PDL match at under 21 level between Cardiff City and Millwall. An absolutely beautiful day here in sunny South Wales. Both teams just lining up now. My name is Thomas Hopkins and I'm joined today by Tom Murphy on commentary. Tom, I think your first 21's fixture covering this afternoon. What have you made of the young Bluebirds so far this season?
Yeah, good afternoon Tom, good afternoon everyone. Yeah, it's been a very promising start for the young Bluebirds. Unbeaten in the league now for 3 games. A lot of hot prospects in the lineup today. Very excited to see how they're going to fare out today.
And introducing the lineup for the Bluebirds. Number 1, Jake Dennis. 2, Charlie O'Brien. 3, Louis Giles. 4, Matt Apter. 5 in captaining the young Bluebirds, Jack Kingdon. Elias Debono at 6. 7, Will Spears. 8, Troy Perrott. 9, Jake Davis. 10, Trey George. And 11, Manny Barton. Subs bench consisting of number 13, Danny Higgs. And Rob Tankovic, Jack Thomas and Riley Hilaire-Clark alongside Cater, I do believe. Not appearing there on the graphic. But nothing to worry about. And now for the visitors. Number 1, George Evans. 2, George Beaumont. 3, captaining the Lions is Benjamin Drake. 4, Edward Payton. 5, Dean Forbes. 6, Elias Mansour. 7, Zachariah Lovelace. 8, Sacha Vieira. 9, Frankie Baker. 10, Jaden Celestine Charles. And 11, Sheldon Kendall. Then on the subs bench, Tristan Parks, Justin Deacom, Archie Kirby, Jaden Thomas Smith and Freddie Friedman. Gabriel Cater, as you can see there, guys, watching at home, number 16. Summer signing who's made a good impression for the young Bluebirds so far this campaign. Now the Bluebirds to get things underway. Back to the keeper we go, straight from the halfway line. Just to go long, Jake Dennis. Down towards this near side. Just cleared and out by Millwall. Throw in deep in their half for the Bluebirds. Got options there for going in. It's cleared, but only as far as the halfway line. Back to Dennis, between the sticks. Comfortable with the ball at his feet there, just taking his time before distributing to Elias Debono on his left. Debono just coming up off his line now. Off to his other centre back. Going towards this near side. City winning a throw in there. Charlie Brown again with the throw in, which was Perrott. Millwall now with the throw in. Looks like he's going to throw it forward, he does so. O'Brien's there, heads it back towards Benjamin Drake. Elias Mansour back to George Evans. Bit of pressure, but Evans does manage to clear. To O'Brien again, heavy involvement from the right back so far. After just passes it back to centre backs. They recycle it well and go on this far side now. Louis Giles lofts it forwards. George Evans is there to collect, however. Now pressure again from the Bluebirds as Millwall look to get into the City half. It's cleared back towards Evans. Collects and goes again. And Mansour has options. Offs it forward to the feet of Kingdon, captain in Cardiff City. And near to O'Brien. Cycled again to Kingdon. Centre back to centre back. Bono has it and goes forward now to Giles. Giles to Kingdon. City looking comfortable with the ball at their feet this far. Narrowly avoiding interception there, but Troy Parrott has it. O'Brien not taking a risk there, going back to his captain. Bono now. With the press from two of the forward Millwall players. Apter's dropped in support if needed. So far it's between the keeper and the centre backs, however. Dispossessed there as Kingdon looks to play it out. And Lovelace played in. Well done in the end by Kingdon though. Just cuts out a dangerous low cross. Tom, what have you made of the opening? Just a couple of minutes here.
Yeah, like you said earlier, Tom, Bluebirds looking pretty comfortable in possession. Passing the ball around quite nicely, crisply and sharply. Just waiting for that first opportunity to come up and see if anyone can create an opportunity.
Millwall, of course, hard to break down at any level, especially so at the 21s. As that cross comes in from the corners, headed away. Barton looks to chase it down, jump onto a loose ball perhaps, but no. And we'll continue on this near side. Again with Drake. Plenty of blue shirts around him, however. He just go back. Giles wins the aerial battle. Gets it up to Barton. Nicely done by Manny there. To Apter, to Parrott. Will Spears has got the ball, cuts inside. Has to go across the field, but ball is cut out. Brian seemed to have his work cut out for him a bit there, but did well, just hold his man up. Millwall up for the crossfield ball. Going to throw in. Another reset defensively. Come again to the near side with Captain Drake. To Lovelace. Now Lovelace on the left here. Some calls for a foul from O'Brien, but referee's right in front of it and doesn't agree. Let's play on. Now City recycle well. Troy Parrott on this near side on the halfway line. Plays it forwards to Davis. Davis beats his man, he's into the box here. Push on the back perhaps, goes for the cross, but it is collected well enough by George Evans in the end. Evans looked to perhaps take it quickly, but opts not to. Well done there by Kingdon. Just well placed header. Opts to keep it in play and find Apter rather than put it out. Now Apter again. Finding Spears. Spears goes by himself on this near side. Wins a corner kick. Really well done there. City just kind of showing what they can do when they switch on the tempo. Right, Tom?
Yeah, that's twice in the space of 2 minutes there. City have found themselves some space on that right hand side. Spears doing really well to beat his man there and win the corner.
Now Louis Giles coming on to the right to hit this one left footed. Maybe an in-swinger from the corner kick. Not quite able to get enough on it. Millwall look to clear. There is a bit of a battle on the edge of the box here. Trying to get it back to the halfway line. Charlie O'Brien's there. Now to Kingdon. DeBono's back in his position. Between centre back it goes, but he does opt to go forward instead. Kingdon again in this central defensive position. It's a blue shirt in front of him, but pass goes a little wayward. It's back at the feet of George Evans. Onto the halfway line. City look to win it back again. Do so. Now Jack Kingdon comes to the near side, finding O'Brien. Kingdon now. Dennis finds DeBono ahead of him. Plenty of space there for Apter to operate within. Up to half the line, it's Perrott. Creates a bit of space for himself there. Goes out to Giles. Back to Perrott. Space again. Lofts the ball forward. Barton's on it. Comes in, back to Perrott. As he breaks into the area. Tackled well, however. Millwall look to break now. The ball is out. City win the throw in. Now a chance for the Blues to start again. Plenty of options for Giles around him, it seems. Goes for Apter. He's been comfortable on the ball so far. A bit of a battle there as Millwall break into the area. Well seen out in the end, bit of a test and good to win the goal kick, you suppose there, Tom, as well.
Yeah, he's done really well. Ball's kind of broke. There was a half a chance there for Millwall to get a shot away, but Kingdon does well to come across, clear the danger, and City get the goal kick.
Yeah, perhaps being a little bit unselfish there might have opened up a clearer chance for the visitors, but City will take that let off. It's cut out well there. End of a loose pass, but throw in nonetheless for the Bluebirds now. In their own half, they go back from Apter to Kingdon. Cross to his centre-back partner. Now Giles goes long. Seems a bit loose as Jake Davis manages to recycle well. Shot's taken on, and what a goal that is. It's taken the deflection, it's got to be said, but City won't be complaining at all by being in the lead after just over 10 minutes. It all starts from that ball over the top, doesn't it? It's just completely miscued. With Davis getting it back. Yeah, it does take a heavy deflection, but City won't be complaining. Millwall go again now from the halfway line. Now City on the offensive again. Dacia's kind of crossed there. Slightly overhit it, however, and is out for a goal kick. Prominent going forward though, the Bluebirds, and spurred on by that opening goal, you'd think. Now recycling well near the halfway line. Across to Kingdom we go. To Apter in so much space there in the middle of the park. Now Perrott again, just find his pocket of space. In the overrun you've got O'Brien, but it's back to Apter. Now Apter into De Bono. He places it across field again. Now cut inside from Barton. O'Brien, Barton again. Bit of a flick on there, and it's a battle to get onto the edge of that one. It's cleared well in the end. Jake Davis did about as much as you could hope for, I think, there.
Yeah, he's anticipated that really well. Ball best played back to the keeper. Bit of a loose pass, but he's still there ready to pounce on it. Goes past the keeper and he's unlucky not to find the back of the net there.
I think that's exactly where the first goal came from, however, wasn't it? Just being first to the second ball, and here it's loose and he's been right on the end of it. Great form today and in the last couple of weeks from Davis, of course, in that offensive role. As the corner comes in, Bono tries to just flick it on, but Evans has it in his hands and opts for the long kick now. Clears it as far as Lovelace. Frustration, I think, for Millwall's number 7. Not sure if it'll be a yellow card or just a stern talking to from the referee, but just selling off. I think it's fair enough. It's only early days in this fixture. Now a throw in towards George. Big press now, lots of white shirts around there, but somehow O'Brien breaks free. He's at cross field and towards Manny Barton. Barton now got space around him. Sorry, my mistake. Will Spears into Barton. Now Barton's on the ball. Takes 2 white shirts, but he's eventually tackled there on that far side for another throw in for the Bluebirds. City looking really confident so far since that opening goal. Now back to the halfway line we go. Kingdon to Bono, out to Giles. Not got much time to operate, but does so, and there's a foul drawn there on George. Kingdon to Bono just passing back and forth, and again over the top of that ball. Had so much fortune from it so far. Fortunately that touch is just slightly over hit. But again, City seem to have stuck their game plan well, haven't they, so far?
Yeah, definitely in this tendency here, pushing Millwall back into their own half, and they're moving the ball around really crisply and really nicely as they look to double the advantage.
It certainly looks as though it's Bluebirds that are on the front foot here. They've only really doubled their efforts on goal since that opener. How now will the visitors respond? As they go back to Evans, between the sticks. Clears it rather hastily, and City now have the ball again with Perrott just offloading. Spears. He's lost the ball, but done just enough to help City battle again. Now Barton pressing on Lovelace. He's gone long towards Celestine Charles. There's a battle now on the goal line, and terrific work by De Bono. Lays it off to Giles, who clears forward towards that halfway line again. Now George, bit of space, creates some for him by darting away, has his shirt pulled. The referee does pull it back, even though he does manage to get a ball off. We have it on the replay. Yeah, he's done about as well as you could hope, really, there. Trey George, and drawn another foul. Now De Bono stood over this dead ball on the halfway line. Goes back towards Jake Dennis. Return to Kingdon. Kingdon back to De Bono. Dennis again. I think we may see a lot of this afternoon, just comfortable in possession defensively. And creates a good platform to move on from. Bit shaky there, but after wins it back. Kingdon again. To his left he goes. Forward now from De Bono. Great there, picking out Troy Perrott, who wins a foul again. Two shirts around him. Goes along the halfway line to Giles. Giles up to Spears. They're looking to get into the area. There's Manny Barton waiting there, but ball doesn't reach him. Now passing around the area, but it's cleared again. Chance perhaps for Millwall to counter. Ball goes over the top to Lovelace, but Dennis is there just marshalling it well. Lets her run into the area before picking up and redistributing to O'Brien. Now to Bono, to the skipper, Kingdon. O'Brien again. Barton in front of him, now with the ball at his feet. Couple of step overs and tries to beat his man, but marginally dispossessed. Keeps pressing, however, as Ben Drake clears it along the line. Now Millwall on the front foot here. Lovelace plays it forwards as they get into the area. But once again, cross coming in. De Bono heads it away, and down the line it goes towards Davis. Davis battling here. Wins the throw in. Great work there. Don't you think, Tom?
Yeah, he's come from that deep position there, and he's done really well to get the throw in. So the referee blows up here.
Perhaps taking a bit of a knock or winded. Hopefully all well. It's Jaden Celestine Charles. Been quite effective so far. Try and just break that City line. Proven a handful for De Bono and Kingdon. Here comes the throw now. Spears to Apter. Back to Kingdon, now to O'Brien on this near side. She gets in towards the other half. Back to De Bono. That's on the far side. There's Spears this time. Goes to that cross. To a crossfield kick, but it's cleared. Now battling again on the halfway line after wins the header. Forward it goes. And Giles just launches that one and lofts it forward, but Davis has been deemed offside there. Again, that ball over the top has really been utilised by the Bluebirds quite effectively, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've seen that a few times this afternoon on both sides of the wing, on the left and the right.
Now Evans with the free kick outside his area. This idea there, he finds the captain, Drake. And just passing it around the defensive visitors. Mansour. It's headed up towards Sheldon Kendall. Millwall eventually winning the throw in there. It's headed back into the fray. That's Leston Charles. Back on the halfway line. Elias Mansour just has it off to Sacha Vieira. Have to go up, a City break again with the ball at their feet. Troy Perrott now finds Trey George. George just quickly onto Spears on that far side. Cross comes in. Davis is waiting for it. He gets a really quite smart connection with it. It's got to be said. Just flicks the head, doesn't he? And it wins the corner kick.
Yeah, it was really well worked over to that left-hand side. It started with Kingdon staying really strong at the back to win the ball. It was moved out wide and it's almost come off there for Davis.
It's a good block in the end, but he's been looking really sharp, Davis, and in the last couple of weeks he's really found good goal scoring form. Just what you want from any attacking player, really. Cross comes in there. Another corner kick won, bit of a fight for the ball. It's another good delivery, isn't it? I think from the dead ball, Louis Giles has been impressive. And he's taken it off that left foot for, well, either side of the corner kick, whether it's an in-swing or an out-swinger, as we're about to see. So in it comes. Cleared out of the area. Millwall now look to break. After goes in for the challenge on Lovelace, but has to break away. Does just enough there, I think. After to dispossess, and it's cleared away again. But I think Millwall certainly been limited so far by just how the Blues have been defending. A hard nut to crack. George again there, just winning the ball, playing it into Perrott. Just that lofted pass forward again. Giles takes that throw in quickly to George, and now it's back to De Bono safely there. Kingdon looking up the pitch. Got Manny Barton making the run, tries to find him, but headed back, though Perrott does pick the ball up. Now Davis. Got Barton on this near side. Options in the area perhaps. Barton looks for it. Spears on the other side. Keeps the ball in play. Cleared only as far as Louis Giles, however. Now Giles makes a smart turn. Keeps the ball at his feet. Forward to Spears. Now a bit loose in the middle of the park, and it's sliding in from Perrott. Really well done there, just to play it back to Kingdon. Kingdon back to Dennis. White shirt's just been drawn in here in the press. Bono beats his man, however. It's forward to Davis. Still on for Davis, perhaps. No. I'll just put out of his reach. Now Perrott wins it quickly. Apter picking up the loose ball. Plays up, and now Will Spears has it as he looks to get into the area. Sliding challenge takes the ball off him. Millwall now with the ball at their feet as they come towards the halfway line. And Lovelace on this near side. Drake in support, plays him forward. Dennis comes off his line, makes a really smart stop there. Had to watch that one really well. And what otherwise would have given the Millwall captain a clear shot on goal. halfway line. Millwall have it back. Laid off by Payton to Mansour. Now Kingdon wins it again. They're coming together there on this near side, but stays on his feet. Into Dennis. Wide to De Bono. Just plays it onto his left foot and finds Louis Giles nicely. Giles straight away plays it up to George. Now George looks to break. Seems to be a bit of a disagreement there, but Millwall do have the throw in on the halfway line. Options, he's looking for them. Goes forwards. Headed, and Kingdon gets it forward again, but battling on that far side. Great from the Bluebirds. No foul committed, and they win it back. Now De Bono, he's got time. Goes laterally towards Jake Dennis. Dennis got Kingdon. Back to the keeper. Wants to go a bit longer this time. Finds Giles, who brings it down comfortably enough. Now De Bono just there in support. Apter, again, just operating in so much space ahead of the back line. Parrott to Kingdon. Parrott again. Wants to just put it quickly forward to Barton, but it is cut out nicely by a white shirt. Evans now lofts it over Barton. It's Drake, but Apter's there. He's read it really well before it can get out of the Millwall half, and City have the ball again now. Barton on this near side, plenty of white shirts around him, goes back to the safety of O'Brien. O'Brien to Kingdon. Another platform now for City to look forward as De Bono gets into the other half. Bono goes forwards, and somehow Davis looked to have won that ball, and not too happy as he got into the area. Seems to have thought he was perhaps fouled.
Yeah, it was an excellent first touch for him to take the ball with some pace and drive at the defence, but yeah, unfortunately was met by the Millwall defender there.
Yeah, not enough in it, says the referee, but the ball from De Bono is terrific. City again win the ball now. Parrott taking a bit of sting out of it perhaps, and City recycle. Giles playing back to De Bono. Kingdon. Back to Dennis. City not really looking to force things through. They don't have to. Davis there has to play it back, but it's played out for a throw-in. And a substitution now for the visitors. Jaden Thomas-Smith, number 15, coming on. Replacing Zachariah Lovelace. Now Dennis just plays forward to Trey George, who's dropped in. Kingdon's now got the ball on this near side. Wants to go across the pitch towards Spears, but the linesman, his flag is up. Spears must have been offside there. And Mill will have the ball taken quickly from that free kick. On the far side, just recycling it around the area. The cross comes in. Must have taken a deflection on the way in there, just enough to put it wide of the mark. And out for a corner kick for Millwall. Perhaps off Kingdon, that one.
Yeah, it's the closest Millwall have come to scoring all day so far. It's just nicked the head.
Focus needs to be resumed for the set piece. Really well read there by Kingdon, who heads it out. Millwall now scrambling with plenty of blue shirts around them. Davis here. Can he bring it down? He's got... does his best to bring it down, to be fair to him, and perhaps even play it forward some more on the counter, but Millwall do manage to get it back. Evans gets it forward. Bono does well in the air though, and now City do have it again. Now Barton's back on the far side, cuts in, takes a right-footed shot. It's blocked and still in play. Well, no, just out, my mistake. Throw in deep in the Millwall half for the Lions. Now it becomes O'Brien there, just filling in for De Bono. Now the two centre-backs have briefly swapped while I'm sure they wait to reset. Giles with the ball at his feet as he breaks into the opposition half, and Barton looks to be away. Parrott there in support, inside the area, takes the extra touch, goes to the cross and wins the corner kick. It's great by Barton, isn't it?
He's done really well there. Picked the ball up off Giles and he's driven at the defender, weaving in and out. Decides to go down the byline. He's unlucky not to be able to beat the defender there, but that's really great work from Spears on that left-hand side.
Yeah, simple enough winning the corner kick there. As Giles launches one in again. The header is met by Davis. Not straight at goal, but City do get another chance here. Parrott. Back to De Bono. Right, now here's Barton on the far side. Two white shirts ahead of him. Manages to get the cross in, however. Trey George looked inches away from that one, but City do still have the ball. As O'Brien gets into the area. Perhaps not how he expected to be playing in the opposition area, but City do still have it. Look to recycle now. O'Brien again. Pops for Will Spears, edge of the area. Parrott looked to have been played through, but it's a goal kick for the visitors. Just good pressure, I think, from Cardiff City as we reach the final 10 minutes of this opening half. Apter wins the header. Millwall look to recycle it. Drake goes to Mansour. Back to the keeper Evans. Goes towards the far side. Looks as though he might have kept it in, but linesman's flag is up. Now Giles with the throw in. Near the halfway line. Back we go. Trey George has dropped in again there. He's done well in that role so far this afternoon. And the centre-backs just comfortable playing it between them. Involving Jake Dennis as well. Jake sends it towards the halfway line and over it. Millwall win the header. Now the substitute. Bit of a battle on this near side. Spears involved. Perrott. Just a slightly heavier touch than he'd have liked, I think, as it looked to break. And we'll have the ball again. Good interplay there between Drake and Celestine Charles. It's kept in. Millwall get to go again, but Apter's there, picking up a loose ball. Now recycled, back to O'Brien. And a bit of pressure here, but the foul is committed on him by Jaden Celestine Charles. Moment to breathe, perhaps, for the Bluebirds after some quite intense pressure there. Stood up well to it, however, the physical challenge that is. Now Jake Dennis just stood over the dead ball, take the free kick, just outside his own area. Jake Davis looking to run onto this one. Forcing Dean Forbes to clear. Now Charlie O'Brien with the throw in. Just slipped, unfortunately, there. Not got the touch he'd have liked, and Millwall do look to break, but O'Brien involved again defensively there. Bit of a coming together, perhaps, and foul called against O'Brien. Tom, just over 5 minutes left of the first half here. What do you think will be discussed in both of these group meetings at the moment? Final water break before the break.
Well, I can't imagine Darren Purse will want to change too much about this City performance so far this first half. They've moved the ball around really well. Apter and Perrott in midfield have looked very comfortable. Been a chance, first half a few chances, however, but City definitely the more dominant of the two sides as they pushed up the field a handful of times. But yeah, I can't imagine he'd want to change too much. Looking pretty comfortable, the more comfortable of the two sides.
No, exactly that. I think City just managed to turn the screw with that one goal, didn't they? They've looked the better of the two sides thus far. And it's good league form that's led into it for the young Bluebirds. Just on the break there, that turn of pace has been really effective, I think. Not to mention the amount of times that City have opted to just go for that lob ball over the top. But patient in possession ultimately as well, and not wanting to force things through if they don't need to. I think perhaps if you were to look at between Kingdon and De Bono, the possession that they've had, percentage-wise, you'd imagine it'd be quite high. When they're assured as they are and have Jake Dennis behind them who can also control the ball well and pick out a pass well, why not play to your strengths? It's a substitute, Jaden Thomas-Smith, who did pick up that knock there. Looks as though he will be able to continue, fortunately. Play resumes, however. Free kick goes back to George Evans. He and Elias Mansour just passing it between each other a couple of times, but press resumed from City as Millwall look to get into the home half. It's a terrific sliding tackle there by Trey George. And they do get to go again, coming towards the City area now. Giles and Barton teaming up well. It's good press, and now City look to break perhaps. not got the advantage with numbers, but great to just get out of danger. Now Perrott in support. Plays it towards Barton. Battles just off the ball though. And O'Brien finds Apter. Back to O'Brien on this near side now. Spears back to Kingdon. Chance to reset. The Millwall are quite tightly packed towards that back line. Darren Pearce before today's match described Millwall as rigid, and I think that's a very fair assessment from what we've seen in his opening 40 odd minutes. Edge of the area, Perrott takes on the shot, swivels and shoots left-footed, goes along the floor though. Evans is there to collect. Kingdon again. Good work by him, just getting the ball forwards. Bit too much by Apter, says the referee. Free kick. Perrott did well there, I think. Not too many options around him, and has that bit of space that he needs to operate in to take the shot. Now last minute of the opening half. City again pressing here. And they have it again. Apter goes forwards, but it's cut out nicely in the end. Now Kingdon just comfortable to let the ball run past him. Jake Dennis to Kingdon. To O'Brien on this near side at the halfway line. Troy Perrott's dropped in again. O'Brien to Kingdon. To Bono now. Left centre back. Lofts it forwards. Barton's running onto it. But it's dealt with well enough, and Evans in the end just there to receive. Now Evans able to pick it up, does so. Just takes it out of his area and looks to clear. Can't imagine there'll be much added on by fourth official. Evans again, long ball to Kingdon, who heads it forwards. We'll have the ball on this near side now. One last challenge perhaps. Bono heads it out for a corner kick. Well read by the centre back. One last chance of the half, you'd think, Tom.
Yeah, like you said, can't imagine there'd be too much added time. Hasn't been too much stoppages here. Bluebirds look to try and defend this corner and go into the break with a lead.
Dennis there, comfortable enough. Good communication rather before he clears. Now Barton and Davis, plenty of pace there. Barton's got it. Oh, certainly a penalty kick. Wow, just how direct was that from the Bluebirds? The most direct they've been all afternoon, really. We've won a penalty kick from it.
Yeah, it's a fast break from the from winning the ball back from the corner there, and they've worked extremely hard to put the pressure on there, and there's an error from Payton. Barton there to capitalise and brought down into the box.
Now who's going to take this one? Looks like Will Spears. Terrific chance now for Spears to double the lead. A real hammer blow before half time. Here it is from Spears. Terrifically taken. Excellent penalty kick, and that's half time. Well, Tom, I didn't really see that one coming from the last minute or so of this half, but deserved, I think, from the Bluebirds to go in 2-0 up.
Absolutely, yeah, very alert there from the young Bluebirds. So they could have easily just slowed the play down and held on for the 1-goal lead for half time, but Dennis did really well to push the ball upfield. Great pressure from City, and as we said, Barton did extremely well to anticipate the ball going back and win the penalty.
I think we'll leave you there for the break with the replay to enjoy, those of the Cardiff City Persuasion. We'll see you in around 10 or 15 minutes time for the second half. Welcome back to Cardiff City TV for our second half of this under-21s PDL fixture between Cardiff City and Millwall. Cardiff City leading 2-0 at the break. Before we get back into things here, my name is Tom Hopkins and I'm joined today by Tom Murphy on commentary. Looking forward to hopefully another entertaining 45 minutes of football, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely. If that first half was anything to go by, hoping for more of the same there. Really dominant first half performance from Cardiff City.
Yeah, very, very composed, I thought, on the ball. The Bluebirds just around all areas of the pitch, really, and deservedly leading 2-0 at the break. A nice 2-goal cushion there. Now, a couple of changes, I believe, for the visitors at the break. We'll identify them for you as quickly as possible, but don't have the benefit of fourth official signalling substitutions today. Millwall to get us back underway. Back to Evans. Evans goes long. Onto the far side is O'Brien, who does well in that aerial challenge. O'Brien again, got a push in the back perhaps, but Giles has to be switched on, and is, as it goes out for a corner kick. Millwall, of course, plenty of intent, you'd imagine, after an interval, knowing they have to make up for 2 goals. Corner kicks an in-swinger, comes in. Giles in a bit of a foot race now, just to watch that one out. It's a goal kick, well done by Giles. Now Jake Dennis. Gives it to Elias Tabano. To take. Now we're in play. Tabano's got Giles to his left. Goes to him. Forearm to the head there for Matt Apter. Not ideal for the midfielder, but he's back on his feet quickly. Now a free kick. Taken by Tabano, over to Kingdon. Kingdon looks up as he gets into the other half. O'Brien, always a steady option for him. Back to Tabano we go again. Spears this time, dropped in a little on this near side. Goal scorer of the second with a really well taken penalty kick right before half time, of course. Now Barton on the right, into Perrott. O'Brien again. Where are his options? Beats his man instead, goes for a second but is dispossessed. Now Millwall have the ball. City getting plenty of blue shirts around the ball as they win it back now, just at the edge of that final third. Now Spears has got the ball, cuts inside, well, it's a feinted shot, it's really well worked by Spears, but ultimately read well enough that City now have to go again. Now there's that ball we've seen a lot of in the first half. Down to Spears. Brings it down nicely enough. Goes into the area. A speculative cross, but Millwall do well to clear it, but only as far as the edge of their own third. And the ball goes forward to Davis. Can he keep it in? He can't. Not quite. The linesman flag is up anyway, but seems to be a bit more of the same really from these opening 3 or so minutes, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely. Been a few occasions where City players have stepped up and won their physical battles. Tabano on the most recent day stayed really strong just to keep a hold of the ball and look to press forward.
Millwall, of course, for those who've been watching under 21s football for the last couple of seasons, a really physical side, and got a lot of good results from that physicality. City standing up well enough to it so far, however. And there's Dennis making his first, well, big save of the half. Wasn't called up upon too much in the first half, but he's done well there. That clearance just not gone as far as he'd have liked, but had to stay switched on, even though the ball's coming right at him. Now De Bono goes for a bit of a run before finding O'Brien. A little bit loose. De Bono again there, just making a good challenge when needed. Inside the area as well, so really important he didn't commit the foul. Now City through Spears. Go forward towards Barton perhaps. George just flicks it back to Apter. Now Davis. Safety with Will Spears. And Perrott to Spears. Back to De Bono again. And City look to restart, though there is pressure. Now Giles has got the underlapping run. Left-footed cross. Takes a deflection. What an important deflection that could be, as Manny Barton was waiting to pounce on that one. Good intent though from the young Bluebirds. Breaking that press nicely and looking dangerous going forward once again. The wall clear. Kingdon's there in a bit of a battle. And that ball's been overhit and De Bono's there in a foot race of his own. Throw-in conceded. Visitors to take this one. Sheldon Kendall does so and gets it in to Frankie Baker. Now the cross goes across to the other side and City clear again to the halfway line. Now Manny Barton's got the ball at his feet, plays it forward nicely to Trey George. Davis needs to beat that offside trap. Ball's put just past him, however. Evans launches the ball forward to the halfway line. Louis Giles wins the aerial battle there, but Sheldon Kendall signals that he's a bit of a knock to the head. Referee does blow up. Well, not certain it was a foul, a drop ball, I believe. Now substitute number 16, Freddie Friedman, filling in at centre back there. On a costly slip perhaps. The City look to break now. Trey George inside the area. Wow, really well done, it's got to be said, by George Evans there in goal. Yeah, how costly might that have been?
Yeah, absolutely. Apter does really well to stay alert to win the ball, and say City come forward and Evans there equal to the first effort, and it drops to Spears, who looks to find the back of the net but just drifts wide.
Barton staying switched on there with that shot as well. I thought he placed it well. Millwall now on that far side, breaking into the area. The cross is there, and Kingdon is also just up to the challenge. Clears it well. Now Charlie O'Brien requiring some treatment. Been really, really solid on the far side defensively for Cardiff City. Signal perhaps that he may be requiring a bit more treatment and perhaps even to be substituted. Which would be a shame in that case, as he's been really good all afternoon, hasn't he? Now O'Brien back up on his feet, which is good to see when you've got a player who's been forced around and requiring treatment as he has. Will be substituted, however. Gabriel Cater. No, certainly not Gabriel Cater coming on. I've got a wrong number here. So just going again now here. Giles playing forward to George. In comes the cross, really well weighted on that left foot by Louis. Spears and Apter goes for his own cross there. Now Perrott takes a shot on, just goes over the bar, however. Really good scoring intent by Cardiff City again.
Yeah, and once again the chance starts coming down this left-hand side. Louis Giles find a lot of space down there this afternoon. Ball then comes back to Perrott, whose effort just drifts over the bar.
Millwall again looking to break. Great sliding tackle, however, by Matt Apter. Dennis now plays it up. And back to dance we come. Just some clarification on the substitution for those waiting at home. It's Robert Tankovic that's been introduced in at number 16 to replace Charlie O'Brien. more lively. Edge of the area. Foul given. It's a free kick right on the edge of the box. Right up to the defender this time. Taken by the captain, Benjamin Drake, and just sent well over the bar there. Jake Dennis doing well, I think, just to watch that one. Now we've had a change in the lineup by that substitution, of course. Looks as though Will Spears has dropped into O'Brien's former position at right back from his more advanced position on the left earlier. Of course, a very versatile player, Will Spears, as those who watch 21s of Cardiff City regularly would know. Friedman back to Evans, hoists it forward, and it's a throw in for Cardiff City. Spears to Apter now. Safety with the keeper, Jake Dennis. Long pass back up the pitch. Giles there on this near side. Back to De Bono. Now George in plenty of space. Turns, draws another foul. Really has won quite a few, hasn't he, just by being as tenacious on the ball as he is this afternoon, Tom?
Yeah, there's been a few occasions where he's, like you say, dropped back and picked up the ball in these deep positions, and on that occasion he's done really well to sort of draw the foul and ease the pressure, allow City to get back up the pitch.
Evans opts to go along there, gets to the City press. Kingdon hoists it forward, however. Trade George again involved. Plays from Manny Barton, and what a finish that is. Terrific from the two. Trey George adding an assist to his goal earlier on. Manny with a deserved goal for himself. Real joy to watch that, just that press in effect. Forcing the keeper to go long. Put back in easily enough by Kingdon. It's a great finish, isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant from Trey George there. Under a lot of pressure from the Millwall defenders, just to get his foot on the end of the ball and direct it towards Barton there. It's an excellent finish too.
Now 3-0 for Cardiff City against Millwall. Really professional performance thus far. As we look through again now, Jake Davis played through as he gets into the area, takes on the shot right-footed. Just wide of the mark. Not that far post. But again, City just playing with confidence, and that direct turn of play really has paid dividends this afternoon. mixed of course with just being rather dominant on possession, not forcing passes excessively. Now Tankovic, substitute. Has Barton ahead of him, but just turns and takes a look around. Perrott opted for a flicked effort, but is dispossessed, and De Bono's there to intercept. Kingdon now. Dennis again. And Spears. Headed around by Millwall, brought down eventually on that far side. City now have the ball, and through goes Barton. Has another go, and that's another one. Troy Perrott rather with the assist this time, just made that look so easy playing it through. And Barton with a near carbon copy of a finish. Terrific placement by the forward. City now, in the space of 3 minutes, have doubled their lead again. City just picking holes in the Millwall defence at this point. Stuck to the game plan, and it's paid off so far. Now Jake Davis competing in the air. Ball's gone loose. Manny Barton is on a hat-trick, so he will, you'd imagine, be running some extra hard yards for the next 25 minutes or so. Now the visitors just start at the back. Evans goes long. Loose inside the middle of the park. Millwall now just look to break into the City final third, that is. The far side now. Cross comes in. Giles reads it really well to get in the way of Sheldon Kendall's attempt. And now City look to break. Now Davis on the left. Held up a little. Goes for Barton. See what he can do. Unfortunately they're just dispossessed. Not enough on it, says the referee, for a foul. It would be his second penalty kick end of the afternoon after that end to the first half.
Yeah, it's unlucky from Barton there. Again, found in the exact spot where he scored his 2 goals. His first touch just got away from him there, but after his 2 finishes on his 2 goals, you would have backed him to get that hat-trick there.
Of course, I think perhaps then the anticipation of scoring a third, I'd be excited. Nonetheless, he will have other chances this afternoon, you'd think. City win, throw in on the near side. Near the halfway line, Louis Giles gets ready to take this one, though he may not be in any big rush to do so. Now Millwall go forward. They're getting hassled by Apter, who looks to pick up a loose ball. Loses out on the throw in narrowly, it looks like. Giles again though. Getting involved defensively. And after sliding in just to find Kingdon, the captain. Now Spears finds Davis. First touch. It's good to bring it down. And that's a corner kick for Cardiff City. Giles to take this one once more. Well delivered, but cleared inside the area, and another corner kick won. Troy Parrott's done well there with that attempted cross. Back to Spears. Evans there to claim that one well. Does a good job, the keeper. Rushes off his line to do so. Freddie Friedman involved again as he goes forwards to Sacha Vieira. Held up by De Bono near the halfway line. Archie Kirby does well on the turn. It's a free kick one against Troy George, just pulling on the shirt a bit. Hankovic wins it, however. Plays in Barton on the edge of the area now. Manny drawing the tackle well. That's another corner kick for Cardiff City.
Yeah, once again in the second half, Barton finds space on their right-hand side. Defended as well to come across and push the ball out for Barton. Happy for it to go for another corner.
Louis Giles takes it quickly to Apter this time. Oh, Apter has a go. Real daisy cutter of a shot, but it's caught everybody off guard, I think. Gone just wide. Really nice idea, and City, of course, looking to switch it up still in their style. George Evans now. Turn over as City make some more changes. Introduce star number 14 and 15. Jack Thomas and Riley Hilaire-Clark. Back to Dennis, who's not had much involvement in the last couple of minutes. Now Jack Thomas wins his first aerial duel of the afternoon. First involvement for him. Giles gets it forward to Thomas. Thomas flicks it on. Now Kingdon again, and Thomas again. Throw in now. for the visitors. This near side once again. Back to the halfway line. Visitors with the ball at their feet. Freddie Friedman and Elias Mansour on the back line. Archie Kirby just plays it forward again now to Frankie Baker. Foul given, seemed a bit close call really. But free kick for the visitors. Cross comes in to Tankovic, but I think he's taking a little slip before it comes in, not able to hold it up as he'd like. Charles is there again. Now Gabriel Keita looks to be coming on, replacing Elias de Bono. Great outing from the centre-back, duly applauded by the crowd here in Leckwith. How good's he been this afternoon, Tom?
Yeah, very good, very solid at the back. So his partnership between himself and Kingdom has been very, very good. Very comfortable. Haven't been tested with a huge amount, but when he needed to, looked very solid. Won most of his physical battles. Very, very happy with his afternoon's performance.
Certainly will be, you'd think. Very composed on the ball today, I thought, and just finding some really key passes at times as well. Linesman's flag does come up in the end there. Offside. Going in City's favour. Now Gabriel Keita just walks away from that free kick. No, he may take it after all. Now Dennis. Just pushing his defensive line forward before taking this one. Straight down the pitch it goes. Jack Thomas there, wins the header, flicks it on, Barton running onto it. Now George Evans just comes off his line, collects, and will look to go again. as Keita gets his first proper involvement and heads it out of play. All up to go back. On the halfway line now. Lofted forward. Kingdon and Keita going up for it. Smart play by Louis Giles, who does win the free kick. Outside the City area. Dennis. Keita. Long and across the field of play. Evans now clearing towards that halfway line. Spears looks to keep it in and does so. Kingdon just puts it forward and an effort to find Manny Barton, but he's seen that he is offside and left it be as Millwall now go forward again. Keita once again involved. Parrott to Kingdon. Let's check Dennis round to that one. Dennis again. To Giles, wins the header, nicely done by Giles, who puts it forward to Tankovic. So pull on the shirt, but he's keeping on running. Cross to come in, and Hiller Clark is there. Not quite come off as Riley would have liked, but nonetheless, great intent, I think, and good combination by the substitutes so far. They've, done a good job of trying to keep this game plan going, haven't they, in these final few minutes?
Yeah, absolutely. Tankovic there, his first real chance to get forward since coming on. Did really well to hold off a shirt pulled by the defender and get the ball into the box, into a really dangerous area too. Unlucky not to find the boot of another City player there.
Keita doing well, I think, just combining with Trey George, who dropped in. Slightly heavier touch than Troy Parrott would have liked. And it's out for a throw in now on that far side for Millwall. Tristan Parks, quite influential off the bench, just as that sitting midfielder, it seems. Vieira with a good ball out wide as Millwall now renew this attack on the far side. Cross goes in towards the back post. Shot comes in from Sheldon Kendall, but it's saved easily enough by Dennis. Again, just gets his positioning right, doesn't he, Jake Dennis? He's not had to make many incredible saves this afternoon per se, but he's always got to be switched on, and he has done, in his credit. Chest. Riley Hiller Clark as the ball comes in now. Coming together inside the area, but it's cleared and nothing more, says the referee. Now Barton off his line alone as Millwall look to reset on the halfway line. Friedman and Mansour passing on nicely enough on the back line, but inevitably it's called as offside afterwards when they do go forwards. Now another free kick for Cardiff City. Jake Dennis finds Louis Giles. Breaks into the other area, of course, before finding safety with Gabriel Keita. Now Jack Thomas looks to cut in, but he's dispossessed. Commits a foul. Just inside the Millwall half. Sacha Vieira now on the ball. Plays it forward, but blue shirts are bound. Vieira again. To Parks. On to Mansour. Mansour again to Parks. Friedman comes near now to Vieira. Vieira across the field. Cut out nicely in the end by Troy Parrott, just waiting for that one opportunity and takes it. Now Jack Thomas on this near side. Plays forwards. Tankovic just swiped at the shot a little bit, isn't he? On that left foot. But otherwise, good attacking intent in these last 5 minutes from Cardiff City when they've been kind of starved of possession the last few minutes, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's probably been the best spell Millwall have had all game. But the two substitutes linking up really well there. Tankovic timed as well excellently. It's just got a bit too much curl on that effort as it drifts wide, but encouraging signs from both Thomas and Tankovic there.
Now Evans, just outside his own area, plays it forwards. City now just need to maintain focus, you'd think, for these last couple of minutes. Just how important would a clean sheet be to start this week, which of course involves a return to Leckwith on Friday to play against Bristol City. Giles heads away there, brought down by Vieira. Friedman cross to his fellow centre-back Mansour. To Kirby. Friedman again. As Jack Thomas comes off his line to press. Clark there, needing to get the challenge in. Ball comes down towards Kendall. Inside the area now, on his left foot, takes a shot on. Watched out well enough, I think, by Jake Dennis. Aware of where his boundaries are, the keeper.
Yeah, Kendall probably looked most likely to score for Millwall today. Don't think he gets a clean connection on this strike here. And as you say, Dennis as well, just to watch it go wide, but he's covered it well.
I think so. You can see that Dennis he's not a full stretch there, is he? He's aware of where the ball's going. He knows where his posts are lined up. Mark of confident goalkeeping from Jake. Now Thomas getting on the end of this one, on this near side. Left-footed it looks, perhaps. Goes for it and just comfortable enough, winning there. Now a throw in to be taken by Louis Giles into Thomas. Just holding the ball up nicely in the corner. Now back to George. Some great involvement alongside Troy Perrott this afternoon. Back to Kingdon. Comfortable enough for Cardiff City. Don't need to continue to press for goals here. These last few seconds of normal time. Throw in for City to be taken by Louis Giles, who I think has really put in a very professional performance this afternoon, hasn't he? Held up against that physicality alongside his entire back line, to be honest. And there goes the final whistle. Thought there would have been a little extra added on, but the referee's content with those few seconds. I think an entertaining afternoon for everybody of a Cardiff City persuasion watching this afternoon, and hopefully one that the staff and players alike for this 21 squad will be satisfied with. I think we certainly are up here in the commentary box.
Yeah, Darren Pearce will be one happy man after watching that performance. 2 goals either side of half-time, a clean sheet. And as you mentioned earlier, a big game against Bristol coming up this Friday. Should be a big test for them, but a good afternoon's work for the young Bluebirds there.
After that, we'll leave you there, I think, with the replay to watch. Join us again, of course, on Friday for Under-21's action, alongside audio coverage available this evening, rather, over the road at Cardiff City Stadium, where we host Burton Albion, first team fixture. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the rest of your day.